Hello everyone, and welcome to my 12 days of cookies and holiday treats. Today I'm going to share with you how to make these delicious triple chocolate cookies. This will satisfy your chocolate fix and have you sneaking back to the cookie jar for more. You ready? Let's get started. So first what we're going to do is we're going to melt some unsweetened chocolate. Now in the description box below I will have a list of all the ingredients you need to make these yummy cookies, but I'm going to share with you how to put them together to get the best chocolatey chewy cookies that your friends and family will love. So what we do is we're going to be using some unsalted butter, and we have soft unsalted butter, and I'm using 2 sticks, which is 1 cup of butter. Now during my 12 days of cookies and holiday treats, I will be sharing a cookie recipe or a holiday treat with all of y'all every single day leading up to Christmas. So next we put in some light brown sugar, and then we're going to also put in some granulated sugar. And that was 1 cup of light brown sugar, and that was 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Now don't y'all just love the holidays? The holidays are my jam. I love baking, I love decorating, having folks over to the house, going to my friends and family home, sharing food and treats. And of course also because December is my birthday month. So hello out there to all of the other December babies. We have the most festive birthday month. Now to my mixer I put 2 large eggs, and I had my eggs at room temperature so that way the eggs are going to blend better into our cookie dough. Now next I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract to our dough. Now at this point I like to stop my mixer just to make sure that I don't have any butter or sugar that's gathered at the bottom of my bowl. And so next what we're going to do is we're going to get together our dry ingredients. So in my bowl I'm going to be putting in 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. And hey, if you are new here to my channel, welcome in. And if you're a returner, welcome back. And if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and become one of my awesome subscribers. We are almost at 5,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited to share this wonderful journey with all of you. Now to my bowl I put 1 teaspoon of salt, and we also are going to put some leavening, and that is going to be our baking soda, and I put in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now once you have your dry ingredients all in your bowl, use a fork like I'm using or either a whisk and go on and whisk those together. Now we have our unsweetened chocolate, our chocolate that's baking chocolate that I'm using. And so once I've got it where it's about 90% melted, I use the warmth from the rest of the chocolate in the bowl to go on and melt that last little bit of chocolate that's not melted yet. The reason why I do this is because I don't want to risk heating the chocolate, and then it takes on a different consistency to the chocolate. And so I melt it to about 90% melted, and then the rest of the way I go on and just let it melt all together in the bowl. And you see how that's nice and silky, and now it's ready to go on and add in to our butter and our sugar mixture. You want to add this in prior to adding in your dry ingredients, okay? Also, letting that last 10% of the chocolate melt in the bowl as you're stirring it also allows the chocolate to kind of cool off a little bit, because you do not want to add very hot chocolate to your butter mixture. You don't want to do that because then it starts to break down the butter, and you don't want that. And so once we've got it all nice and mixed together, make sure that you stop your mixer if you're using a stand mixer like I am, and just go on and make sure that nothing's gathered at the bottom, because you want to make sure that you don't have any streaks in your batter that you're making. And so we don't want any streaks prior to adding in our flour. And with our flour, with our dry ingredients, I put in a little bit more than half of our dry ingredients into our mixer bowl. The reason why you don't want to put all of it in at one time is because you want to give the flour a chance to get hydrated with the base that we created for our cookie dough. And so once we have all of the flour in our mixing bowl, then just kind of let your mixer go just until we have no big streaks left of flour. You might have just a little bit of flour, but no big streaks left of flour. Now it's time to add in our chocolate chips. We're going to be using 2 different types of chocolate chips. The first one is going to be our milk chocolate chips, and we're going to be using 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. And we're also going to be using 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. So our milk chocolate chips and our semi-sweet chocolate chips plus the unsweetened chocolate that we put into our dough makes our triple chocolate cookie magic. And so what we want to do is you want to make sure that you blend in your chocolate chips and make sure they're all distributed throughout your dough. Now this dough is going to be enough to make 3 to 4 dozen of cookies depending on the size in which you want to make your cookies. So now with our dough, I'm going to put some plastic wrap on the top. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and you want to let your dough chill for at least a couple of hours. Now my dough has been in the refrigerator and it has been chilling for about 3 hours now. A couple hours is good, but mine ended up being in there for about 3 hours. And so when you take your dough out, it's going to be firm. So just let it maybe sit on the countertop for about 5 or 10 minutes. So that way it's a little bit easier to scoop up. Now these cookies are great on their own, but if you want to adorn them with a little bit of holiday sprinkles, that would just be really great. Now also, while I'm doing this, I have my oven is preheating on 375 degrees, and our cookies are going to bake in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. The secret to having these cookies be nice and soft and chewy is to not over bake them. And so you just need about 8 to 10 minutes in which you want to have the cookies bake in the oven. Also, the little M&M mint candies that they have during the holidays, several of those put on top and just kind of gently press down are a nice addition to these cookies as well. Well, here are our triple chocolate cookies. They have baked up so nice, y'all. It smells all chocolatey in the kitchen. Oh my goodness, the family cannot wait to have some of these cookies. Now, how you know that your cookies are nice and done is that on the outside of your cookie, it's going to be firm and it starts to set on the outside. The center of your cookie is still going to look a little bit moist and gooey. That is okay. Just let your cookies sit on the cookie sheet for about a minute before you take them off. Now, if your cookie is domed, if your cookie is still domed, just use your spatula and gently press the cookie down just a little bit as your cookie sits on the cookie sheet for that last minute or so. Well, let's go on and give our cookies a try. I have let them cool for just a couple of minutes now. I cannot wait to share these wonderful cookies. Will you look at them and look at the undercarriage there? Oh my gosh, y'all, it's looking so good. Well, let's go on. That first bite right there, that's for you. Go ahead and take your bite. Okay, I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Y'all, these cookies are so good. Well, my son just walked by and said, "Mother, can I have some cookies?" So that is my cue. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and come back tomorrow to see my next 12 days of cookies and holiday treats. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, show this video some love, give it a thumbs up, and remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.